Hey guys, welcome into today's video. We are one day out from National Signing Day, and unlike the early signing day, USC is going to have an action-packed day on Wednesday. So much like we did in the first primer, we'll go over the prospects that USC is targeting and being linked to, and I'll tell you what I think is going to happen tomorrow. But before we get into it all, guys, if you are enjoying the videos, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out so much. Thank you guys so much for the support. Alright guys, now having said that, let's get into it. Alright, so let's start with 5-star pinnacle tight end Duce Robinson. As you all know, this appears to be a two-dog race between USC and Georgia. Although, thanks to a report by 247's Blair Angulo, there is a growing sense that Duce won't be signing tomorrow. This news comes as we have seen USC slowly work their way back into the race for Robinson, who is rated as the #1 tight end prospect by 247. Of course, Duce is one of the top-rated baseball prospects in the country as well, so he really is sifting through a lot at the moment, trying to decide what's the best path for him, whether that's going straight to baseball or playing college football. But it looks like we may not be getting the answer we've all been waiting for tomorrow. If I had to make a call here right now, I would actually say he's going to commit to USC, but if he puts it off even further, then who really knows? So we'll have to wait and see on that one. Alright, last time we talked about 4-star corner Rodrick Pleasant, the rumors were swirling that he had a late visit to Oregon planned, and since then those rumors have turned out to be false. Again, thanks to Blair Angulo. Rodrick and his family stayed home last week and had 3 in-home visits. Oregon on Tuesday, UCLA on Friday, and Dante Williams and Alex Grinch went to see him on Saturday. Having the last word in a kid's ear is always a great place to be. It's also a huge victory for SC with the news that he didn't pop up to Oregon for a visit. We all know what that means at Oregon. It's a compensation negotiation in actuality, but he didn't do that, so I think SC is in a great place here. When talking about USC and what his priorities are for choosing a school, this is what Rodrick had to say. Quote, "With USC, it's come in and be an impact player in both football and track and help them get over the top. I like all those schools and coaches a lot, so that's why it's so tough to decide. Track is a part of my decision, but it's more of a football decision for me. When I do my pros and cons, the biggest things are my relationship with the coaches, location, playing time, winning, development, academics, all those things are important for me. It's a super big decision, and it's crazy to me that there are already players in the 24 class who have committed. I'm still trying to figure it out, but the plan is to lock it in tomorrow. I'll pray again tomorrow night, sleep on it, and then on Wednesday, it's time to get this done." If those really are his priorities, then the choice is pretty clear. It has to be USC, when you throw the academics in there at least. But in his report, Blair also said that it's pretty much down to USC and Oregon, but that UCLA is still pushing and fighting for his signature. He will be committing tomorrow at 1:30 here on the East Coast, 10:30 morning commit for all my West Coast people out there. This is the biggest priority for SC to land tomorrow in my personal opinion, and I do think he's going to end up a Trojan, so let's hope we bring this one over the finish line. Okay, so let's move on to 4-star wideout JaKobi Lane. Last time we talked, it felt like a formality that the USC commit would be signing somewhere else, but as the USC receiver room has thinned out with transfer portal departures, it seems like JaKobi is going to sign with USC tomorrow. Blair Angulo is really on top of West Coast recruiting because he has another report out about JaKobi, and in that report, Blair says, "He is all set to sign with the Trojans on signing day this week," a source with knowledge of the recruitment tells 247 Sports. So this is big news, as USC doesn't have a receiver with this kind of frame on the roster. And he isn't going to play right away, but he doesn't need to play right away. This room is so deep he'll have time to develop his body. This guy has incredible hands, great length, and like I have said in previous videos, USC does not need JaKobi Lane, but I personally definitely want JaKobi to be a Trojan. If this holds up, it's a great pickup. Big Ten defenses are going to have nightmares about this receiving core in a few years. Alright, next up, USC does want to sign another tight end in this class to go along with Cade Eldridge, and Walker Lyons is someone SC is still pushing to bring in tomorrow. It does seem like Stanford is going to regain his commitment after he decommitted in November. Georgia is also still heavily involved. Some services out there have Georgia as the favorite. They have a million tight ends on that team, it's crazy. I love Walker's game and think he would be a perfect H-back in Lincoln Riley's offense. Having said that, I would be very surprised if he signs with USC, but never say never. Steve Wiltfong did put out a tweet saying where SC's class would move if they somehow added Lions. He usually doesn't tweet like that, so something to monitor there. Last week, it seemed like SC had real momentum for TCU commit and 4-star defensive back Warren Roberson, but at this point, everything is pointing towards him being a Longhorn, and the door is still open for him to sign with TCU as well, so I don't think SC is still a real player here. Of course, in the age of NIL, anything can happen, but I don't see this one happening. I would be extremely shocked if he signs with USC tomorrow. Okay, so that's who SC will be in the mix for tomorrow. It seems like it will either be a glorious day for SC or a complete dud. I don't think there will really be a middle ground there. But make sure you keep it locked in here on the channel. I'll be keeping you all updated throughout the day with all the breaking news there is. And if you did enjoy this video, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It really helps out so much. And thank you all so much for the support. You guys are all awesome, and as always, take care and fight on.